Hello everyone. Today's question of the day is a PassCat question. The question is, while multiplying three real numbers, Ashok took one of the numbers as 73 instead of 37. As a result, the product went up by 720. Then the minimum possible value of the sum of squares of the other two numbers is. So he was supposed to multiply the three real numbers, but by mistake he took one of the numbers as 73 instead of 37. So let me assume that the product of other two numbers, that is equal to x, because there was no change in the product of other two numbers, only one number, it was mistakenly taken as 73. Now due to this mistake, by taking one number as 73 instead of 37, the product went up by 720. So new product minus old product, their difference must be equal to 720. What is the new product? 73 was the number taken and product of the other two was x, so 73x, minus old product, that means earlier the number taken was, everything was correct, so one of the numbers was 37 and the product of other two numbers, it will always be the same, x. So this difference must be equal to 720. When we calculate the value of x from here, we get x equal to 20. So this means that the product of other two numbers, it was equal to 20. Now what we have to do is we have to minimize the possible value of sum of squares of the other two numbers. So x is the product of two other numbers, let them be a and b, so a and b must be equal to 20. I have to minimize the value of a square plus b square. So we have come across this situation so many times when we have sum of squares, and to minimize the sum of squares, what I do is I always take the numbers as close as possible. So we'll be taking a equal to b. If a equal to b, a will be equal to b, both will be equal to root 20. And let us check if this is true. Yes, we were given that three real numbers were being multiplied. So yes, root 20 is a real number. So if a is equal to b, then sum of squares will become 2a square, which will give us 2 into root 20 square is 20. This will become 40. So 40 will be the correct answer to this question. If some of you are unable to understand why did I take a equal to b, let me give you an example. Okay, what we are getting here is 40, right? If I take a and b, these two numbers, as 4 and 5, then if you find out the sum of their squares, it will be 4 square plus 5 square, which will ultimately give us 16 plus 25, which will give us 41. If you take these two numbers as 2 and 10, then 2 square will be 4, 10 square will be 100, so 104 will be the sum of squares. So what we are seeing here is when a and b are as close as possible, the sum of their square is minimum, while if we take them very far from each other like 4, 5, then 2, 10, we are seeing that the sum of square is increasing. So I hope the doubt is cleared. If you still have any other doubt, please comment. Thank you.